Hey there, lovely souls. Welcome to my channel Magnetize Official. In today's video, we're diving into a connection that is coming through with an incredibly strong and spiritual energy. For many of you, this could resonate as a twin flame connection, one that feels deeply sacred and transformative. As I began recording, I immediately heard the words shared mission echoing in my mind. And just as I said that, I noticed the time, 4:44 p.m. This reading is infused with synchronistic energy, and I believe these signs, like the angel number 444, are here to confirm that you and this person are deeply connected on a spiritual level. Reflecting on the early stages of this connection, the phrase love story keeps coming to me. It feels like your journey with this person might have unfolded in a way that was incredibly profound, almost like something written in the stars. It's the kind of connection that leaves an indelible mark on your soul. I'm also picking up on the letters L and M. These might be initials or letters in someone's name, but as always, take what resonates. There's also a beautiful emphasis on hands. Perhaps there's something unforgettable about holding this person's hand, or maybe their touch carries a unique sense of comfort or meaning for you. Does this connect with your experience? If so, trust that this detail is coming through for a reason. In a word scramble, I saw the name Illinois. This could be a location that holds significance, but keep in mind that specific names, places, or details often come through for certain individuals and may not resonate for everyone. I also caught an image of a piece of jewelry, likely a necklace. This might be something you or this person purchased for one another, or it could hold sentimental value tied to your connection. Throughout this reading, the energy of alignment and synchronicity is palpable. Every detail, every symbol that emerges, feels like a gentle nudge from the universe, reminding you that this connection carries a higher purpose. So, as we continue exploring, stay open to the messages meant for you. They're here to guide and inspire. Let's uncover more together. Let's talk about the connection you share with this person. The truth is, it's never truly over between the two of you. This bond is eternal, weaving through lifetimes, yet in this moment there seems to be a physical distance, a separation that might feel heavy or confusing. My guides are bringing forward the word necessary. This separation, as challenging as it may feel, serves a higher purpose, one that's essential to your individual growth and the unfolding of your shared path. This can be especially perplexing for the divine feminine energy within this connection. She holds a deep inner knowing, a powerful awareness that this partnership carries a profound sense of purpose. It's as though the two of you have incarnated with a shared mission. And while the word mission might sound specific, it can also be understood as a shared destiny, a divine plan that unites your souls in a way unique to your journey. In fact, my printer just beeped as I said shared destiny, offering confirmation of this powerful truth. As I shuffle the energy oracle cards, I'm sensing that this shared destiny could take many forms. For some of you, it might look like co-creating something tangible together, perhaps starting a family, building a business, or forging a partnership that thrives in the physical world. For others, this mission might be more ethereal, a connection rooted in the energy of unconditional love. Together, your bond becomes a radiant beacon, an embodiment of love's purest form. This energy doesn't just exist between the two of you, it flows outward, creating waves of healing and positivity that ripple through the world. This is the purpose your souls intended to fulfill together. Whether it's through quiet moments of connection, a deep understanding shared in silence, or larger actions that impact others, Your love serves as a powerful force of transformation. As I look out the window now, I notice the rain falling steadily, and it feels significant. Rain may hold a special meaning for this connection, perhaps as a memory, a symbol of renewal, or even a reflection of the emotions you're both processing. Whatever it represents for you, know that just as the rain nourishes the earth, this period of separation is nourishing your growth, preparing you both for what's ahead. This time of separation carries an undeniable emotional weight, and I'm feeling the presence of tears on both sides. The energy is deeply intense, as though both of you are processing the profound ache of this distance. And yet, despite the sadness, there is an undeniable warmth and comfort when you're together. It's the kind of connection that feels like home, a sanctuary where your soul recognizes itself in the other. If this is a twin flame connection, this resonance exists because you share the same core soul frequency. It's a bond that transcends time and space. Here's something powerful. This person feels it just as deeply as you do. I sense their higher self coming through with a clear and heartfelt message. I feel it too, Divine Feminine. If you're the Divine Feminine listening, know that this is your counterpart soul speaking directly to you. They want you to know they are just as aware of this connection, even if their physical self hasn't fully expressed it yet. There's something symbolic coming through as well. This person is pointing to their wrists, and I'm getting a strong image of hands being tied. This feels incredibly emotional, almost like a cry for understanding. What I'm picking up on is the divine masculine's higher self, a deeply spiritual and conscious energy. Whether or not this masculine has fully embraced this awareness in the physical world, their soul is undeniably awake to the truth of your connection. As I received this vision, I heard the sound of a car engine, a synchronicity that feels significant. It's as if things are starting to rev up spiritually within this masculine. There's a momentum building, a spark of awakening that is growing brighter and stronger. However, in their physical, 3D reality, they feel constrained. I hear them saying, "My hands are tied right now." This message carries a lot of weight. It's as though they are entangled in something that needs resolution before they can fully step into alignment with you. This separation, as painful as it may feel, is not a reflection of a lack of love or awareness. It's a sign of the work being done behind the scenes. Trust that this masculine is moving through an awakening, gaining clarity, and untangling themselves from whatever is holding them back. They are on a path that is leading them closer to you, even if it doesn't yet appear that way in the physical world. Earlier, I heard the name David, which may hold significance for someone tuning in. Along with that, the energy of Ernest Hemingway came through. Yes, the iconic author. This could be a nod to someone being a poet, writer, or philosopher, or it might reflect the timeless and transcendent quality of your love story. It feels like the kind of connection that has inspired the greatest writers and thinkers throughout human history, a bond so profound it defies explanation. In fact, that's exactly the beauty of this connection. The more you try to analyze or understand it, the more it seems to slip through your fingers. Why? Because it isn't meant to be confined by logic or words. This is a connection meant to be felt in the depths of your soul, experienced in the rawness of the present moment, and allowed to unfold naturally in its own divine timing. I also received the name Ryan, or possibly Ryland, or something tied to the letters RYLAN. This could be a name, initials, or even a meaningful word connected to this energy. If it resonates, trust that this message is for you. As I continued channeling, the message became so clear that it inspired the theme for this entire reading. This isn't over, but you must focus on yourself. These words came through powerfully from a divine masculine energy, someone whose soul is reaching out with deep clarity and truth. This masculine wants to emphasize that your connection is ongoing. It's a journey, not a destination. But right now, the focus needs to shift inward. By nurturing yourself, grounding your energy, and honoring your personal growth, you are not only strengthening yourself, but also the connection you share. Keep in mind, I channel messages from a wide range of energies and connections during these readings. Not everything will resonate with everyone, and that's perfectly okay. Trust your intuition to guide you toward what feels aligned and leave behind anything that doesn't. This is your unique journey, and the universe is speaking directly to your heart in the ways you're meant to hear. Remember, this isn't over. In fact, it's only just beginning in ways that may surprise you. Stay open, stay focused on your own light, and trust that the path forward will reveal itself in the most beautiful and divinely orchestrated way. We are all co-creators in this beautiful journey, collectively weaving our energies into these readings and videos. If you feel called to take a more active role in this co-creation, I invite you to like this video and subscribe to the channel. By doing so, you allow me to connect more deeply with your energy, creating an even more aligned and resonant experience for us all. As I tuned into the energy of this reading, the name Shelia came through, or perhaps something beginning with shush. If that resonates with you, trust that this message is especially significant for your journey. At the heart of this reading lies a central message, a truth so powerful it became the inspiration for everything else that followed. This isn't over, but you must focus on yourself. This profound message is being communicated by a divine masculine's higher self. However, his physical 3D self isn't fully conscious of this truth just yet. Right now, this masculine finds himself in what his guides are calling a mental jail, spiritual jail, or even an emotional jail. It's as if he has been placed in a kind of spiritual time-out, a pause meant to redirect his energy and realign his path. This pause is not punishment, but rather a compassionate intervention, as his energy had veered off course in significant ways, particularly around his sacral and heart chakras. The sacral chakra holds the weight of a deep wound, a sacral and abandonment wound that feels like it originated early in life. This wound might stem from moments of rejection or a lack of nurturing during his formative years, leaving a scar that has shaped much of his emotional experience. As I channeled this, I saw the number 1010, which could hold significance for someone, and I also felt a strong connection to the fall season. These synchronicities might resonate with your own journey or your connection with this masculine. With the action card appearing in reverse, it's clear this masculine has been gripped by an intense fear of making a wrong move. At its core, this fear stems from a deep-seated wound, a fear of abandonment that manifests as a terror of rejection. This rejection wound feels intricately tied to his abandonment wound, creating a cycle of emotional struggle that runs profoundly deep. These wounds most likely trace back to his childhood, where he experienced some form of rejection that left him questioning his worth and his ability to be fully loved. This unhealed pain has held him back, paralyzing him in moments where action or openness was required. It's as though he's been standing on the edge of a decision, unable to leap for fear of falling. But here's the beautiful truth. This pause, this spiritual time-out, is serving a higher purpose. It's creating space for healing, for realignment, and for this masculine to begin addressing the wounds that have long held him captive. In this time of stillness, his soul is awakening, his energy is recalibrating, and he is being prepared for something greater. a love and life that align with the deepest truths of his being. For some of you, this energy may trace back to the divine masculine's early life, particularly with their birth parents. There's a poignant message coming through. Someone here may have been adopted and carried a lingering sense of rejection from their biological parents. For others, this wound could stem from experiences with peers, times when they felt different, misunderstood, or out of place, especially during their school years. This masculine's energy tells a story of quiet sensitivity, a deep emotional undercurrent hidden beneath the surface. He was, and still is, someone with a naturally soft, compassionate nature. But to survive in a world that often celebrates hardness and toughness, he built a facade. He learned to present himself as someone tougher, harder, and more indifferent than he truly was, a persona designed to protect him from further rejection or pain. Yet over time, this facade, the mask he wore for survival, began to define him. He wore it for so long that it didn't just shield him from the world, it began to shape his energy, his thoughts, his identity. The messages I'm receiving tonight feel deeply intense and heartfelt. It's as though this masculine is saying, "I forgot who I was." The mask became so much a part of him that he lost sight of his true essence, the softness and emotional depth he had buried deep within. The word stranger is coming through strongly here. At some point in your connection, divine feminine, you may have felt as though the person you once knew, the soul so familiar to you, had become a stranger. You might have found yourself speaking to someone who felt distant, closed off, or emotionally unavailable, even though their presence was physically near. What makes this even more profoundly challenging is the contrast. At a soul level, your connection with this person is one of pure familiarity, a recognition so deep it feels eternal. And yet, here they were, cloaked in a hardened mask that seemed to shut you out, closing off the heart that you knew was capable of so much love. How deeply unsettling that must have been for you, to look into the eyes of someone whose soul feels like home, and yet see them behaving in ways that felt foreign, even disconnected. This contrast, this paradox, is at the heart of the pain both of you have felt. But it's also a part of this journey, one that asks both of you to peel back the layers of conditioning, to step closer to the truth of who you are as individuals, and to rediscover the profound connection that exists beneath all the masks. This journey has been profoundly painful for you, divine feminine. Looking into the eyes of someone whose soul you've followed through lifetimes, only to see them seemingly lost behind a mask, was heartbreaking. This connection between you and the divine masculine transcends time and space. It's a journey of mutual devotion that spans countless lifetimes. Yet in this incarnation, he wore a mask of self-protection for so long that at a conscious level, he forgot who he truly was. What's beautiful and powerful about this connection is that your souls had a plan, a sacred agreement to meet in the physical world, face to face, and help one another remove the masks you both had been wearing. For you, divine feminine, this process began with an ego death, a complete dismantling of old beliefs, patterns, and illusions. I'm hearing the name Gabriel come through, which may resonate with someone listening, or it could be connected to Archangel Gabriel, a guide often associated with communication and divine truth. This is a reminder that the guidance and support you've received throughout this process have been divinely orchestrated. Divine feminine, you embarked on the incredibly challenging journey of introspection. You dove deep within yourself, enduring an intense spiritual awakening. It wasn't just painful, it was life-altering. And here's the profound part. This awakening was triggered by your connection with the divine masculine. But this was not a one-sided process. While your awakening was set in motion by him, his awakening was also ignited by you. This has always been a mutual exchange of energy, healing, and transformation. I'm seeing the number 555, a powerful symbol of rapid change and transformation. The thing is, this divine masculine had worn his mask for so long, burying himself beneath layers of fear, that he deeply resisted the process of unmasking. This resistance wasn't born of a lack of love or care. It stemmed from a fear of vulnerability, of confronting the shadows that had been a part of him for so long. During the time when you were more physically connected, I see that your guides created a sacred container, a space for both of you to coexist in the physical world, even while growing at different paces. You, Divine Feminine, were moving through your awakening with courage and grace, expanding and transforming at an incredible rate. The Divine Masculine, however, was still resisting much of his inner work and healing. This period of physical connection wasn't accidental. It was a carefully orchestrated chapter, designed to allow the two of you to remain close, even as your individual journeys diverged. Your guides knew that while you were growing faster, this time together would plant seeds of awakening within him, seeds that would eventually sprout when the time was right. This container of time was both a gift and a challenge, a chance to deeply connect, while also navigating the complexities of your individual paths. And though it may have felt unbalanced or even frustrating at times, it served a divine purpose, to set the stage for the profound growth and healing you are both experiencing now. I keep hearing the phrase, 3 chances. It's as though this divine masculine's guides gave him 3 pivotal opportunities, 3 clear chances to step into his healing and introspection while remaining connected to you in the physical. But after repeating the same mistakes and resisting the inner work he was called to do, his guides intervened. They placed him in what I can only describe as a spiritual timeout or spiritual jail. This period of separation was not a punishment, but an act of divine protection and guidance. It was necessary for you, Divine Feminine, to begin moving toward your highest happiness and healing without being held back. And equally, it carved out the space the masculine needed to finally confront the deep inner wounds he had been avoiding for so long. I know this separation may have felt confusing and deeply painful for you. After all, from the very beginning, you knew. On a soul level, you've always sensed the depth and significance of this connection. Even if you didn't have the exact words to describe it, your heart recognized that this was someone you were destined to create something meaningful with, a sacred purpose you were meant to fulfill together here on earth. Yet, your guides saw something you may not have been able to see at the time. They understood that the masculine's resistance to healing and growth was creating stagnation, not just for him, but for you as well. While you remained physically connected, his inertia was subtly holding you back from fully stepping into your own power and potential. The energy of this is reflected in the Goddess of the Moon card, reversed, paired with action reversed in the masculine's energy. These cards speak so clearly to what was happening during that time. You were connected, yes, but his inactivity, his refusal to act or grow, kept you tethered to a state of disempowerment. This connection, while deeply spiritual and profound, wasn't giving you the freedom to rise into your highest self, and so your guides, in their infinite wisdom, gently led you away. They created this space not as an ending, but as an opportunity, a sacred pause for you to reclaim your power, and for him to finally face the shadows he had been avoiding. Separation can feel like a breaking point, but in this case, it was truly a turning point. It was a way to ensure that both of you could grow in the ways you were meant to, individually, before potentially coming back together in alignment. Sometimes, stepping apart is the only way for two souls to evolve toward the light they were destined to embody. This period of separation was no random event. It was divinely orchestrated as a sacred pause to realign you both with your highest growth. Think of it as a necessary time-out, designed not to break the connection, but to create space for clarity, healing, and transformation. And now, as the dust begins to settle, the future feels more fluid, filled with potential, choice, and possibility. Yes, Divine Feminine, there was once a deeply shared soul intention between you and this Divine Masculine, a timeline where your paths intertwined to create something powerful and purposeful. That timeline still exists. It's still available if you choose to step onto it. But here's the shift. You now have choices that were previously unavailable to you. Your guides have expanded your horizons because the masculine's stagnancy unintentionally detached both of you from a single fixed timeline. This detachment has opened the door to new, equally beautiful, equally high vibrational possibilities. You're no longer bound to one vision of how your destiny must unfold. Instead, you've been given a palette of potential outcomes, each offering its own unique beauty and fulfillment. Your guides are reminding you of something vital. You are the conscious creator of your reality. Your power lies in your ability to design your life intentionally, aligning with the experiences and outcomes that bring you the deepest joy. Even now, in separation, your connection to the Divine Masculine's higher self remains incredibly strong. For many of you, that's why you're here, reading or listening to this message. Maybe you stumbled upon this message seemingly at random. Perhaps it showed up in your YouTube feed or was recommended unexpectedly. But let me tell you, this is no accident. The higher self of the Divine Masculine, vastly aware and spiritually connected, has guided you to this moment. Even if his physical, 3D self is still caught in cycles of forgetfulness or wearing a mask of protection, his higher self knows the truth. His higher self wants to deliver this message to you. Now is the time for you, Divine Feminine, to fully empower yourself. It's essential to understand that trying to bypass this divinely orchestrated separation would only create more delays for both of you. If you were to force a physical connection prematurely, it would disrupt the spiritual growth that is so vital to your individual and shared paths. The most powerful thing you can do for yourself, for the masculine, and for this connection is to pour your energy wholly into yourself. With the door to personal healing and happiness card appearing in the upright position, the guidance is crystal clear. Move toward the things that light you up from within. Chase the feelings of joy, passion, laughter, and exhilaration. You have endured so much, Divine Feminine, sacrificing, holding space, and carrying the weight of this connection on your empathic shoulders. It's only natural to feel deep sympathy for the Divine Masculine, especially if he seems bound by his own limitations at this time. But it's essential to recognize that his healing journey is his responsibility, just as yours is yours. You are being called to step boldly into your highest happiness, whatever that looks like for you in this lifetime. At times, your human self may whisper doubts, telling you that prioritizing your joy somehow means abandoning this person or your connection. But let me assure you, the Divine Masculine's higher self is stepping forward in this moment to tell you that nothing could be further from the truth. In fact, because you and this soul share the same core frequency, Every act of self-love and expansion you undertake benefits not only you, but also this connection. Imagine the vast web of consciousness, where every being is a point of light. You and the divine masculine are uniquely intertwined. Your lights are overlaid, sharing the same space. When you uplift yourself, the ripples of that energy flow directly to him, helping to elevate and heal him as well. When you choose to love yourself, you teach the divine masculine to love himself more deeply. When you choose happiness, you invite joy and higher vibrational experiences into both of your lives. This is why focusing entirely on yourself and stepping into your most empowered, authentic version is the greatest gift you can give this connection. And if, at some future point, you decide to reconnect with this masculine in the physical, his higher self is sending a clear message. I will be waiting for you there, on your highest timeline. Trust this process, divine feminine. Trust the sacred timing of your life. As a soul, you orchestrated every moment, every connection, and every lesson before you ever incarnated on Earth. This journey is unfolding exactly as it was meant to, even if the path feels uncertain at times. I didn't expect to deliver such an intense and heartfelt reading today, but the energy surrounding this message was undeniable. Whoever called these messages forth, thank you. Your energy guided me to deliver exactly what needed to be shared. The final card I drew tonight feels so divinely aligned. The blue flame from the Starseed Oracle deck. This card speaks of spontaneous awakening, activation, and integration. It's a powerful reminder that you and this divine masculine have already experienced the activation phase of your connection. Now is the time for integration, for recalibrating your inner energies, balancing the divine feminine and divine masculine within yourself. This inner union, often referred to as the 5D union, is what ultimately paves the way for any physical reunion you may choose to create with this person. Thank you so much for tuning into this reading and allowing me to channel these messages for you. If any part of this reading resonated, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. I'm sending you so much love and light, and I wish you a beautiful day. I want to share something truly special with you today. If this video has inspired you, I invite you to consider making a donation to help bring your feelings to life and support a meaningful cause. By contributing, you're not only supporting your own journey toward finding your ideal partner, but you're also making a real difference in the lives of others. With just a few clicks, you can be part of something greater. 70% of all donations will go directly toward providing food for underprivileged children and offering education to orphans. You can donate through the link provided or use the Super Thanks feature. Every bit of support goes a long way. Let's work together to change lives. And if you'd like to get even more involved, click the Join button to explore the membership options and discover the exciting perks waiting for you. By joining, you'll gain access to exclusive behind-the-scenes content, special community events, and unique benefits that enhance your experience. It's a wonderful way to support the channel while connecting more deeply with our vibrant community. If this video spoke to your heart and you want more, show your support by liking, commenting, and subscribing to Magnetize Official. Share these messages with anyone who might need a little extra inspiration. Let's continue to spread love and light together. Thank you for being part of this journey.